Salvete omnes, this is I'm Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek. And I managed to break yet another headset. How do I even do that? How many have I gone through now? At least I can still talk into the microphone though. Animal Antics is finished, thank goodness. So now it's time to move on to Krocodile Kore, the bonus boss. Yeah, we're fighting Kaptain K. Rool again. He seems to have climbed out of the swamp. Rather than using that, shooting fish out of his... whatever. The thing about this fight is... well, okay, first of all, I don't actually remember this guy's pattern here. So, don't be surprised if I die a couple of times. On the plus side, though, it's actually a pretty short boss fight. Short but hard. Another good occasion to have Dixie. Well, dang it, forgot he did that. Did I say have Dixie? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't get any DK barrels during this fight either. Yep, that was it. That's all you have to do. He only takes one hit to go down. I'm actually surprised I got that on the first try, though. Like I said, I couldn't remember his pattern, since it's been a while since I've done it. And a nice going, kid. I reckon only a true video game here would have finished it all. Well, let's get out of this miserable dump and get back to Donkey Kong Island. Back to see me again, eh, Sonny? Let's see if you've improved your hero status, shall we? I'm not afraid to admit it, Diddy, my boy. Even I'm wrong occasionally. You're about as big a hero as they come. You must take after me and Donkey. Well done. And pause here because since it's taken less than 3 minutes so far and I don't really need to make a 3-minute video, I might as well add the credit sequence to this. So I'll see you then. So now it's time for the cast of characters. Yes, that's the background of Club's kiosk. Lazy landlubbers. Mousy! Ew, she put a beetle in her hair. What are you doing in the beehives? You crazy dizzy kitty, you. Basically a Goomba with wings. Birds! No, not the bees, anything but the bees. I hate you and your stage. Submerged SEADOGS. The flat, frequently found fishy foe. Spinning sushi. Suicidal spike-emitting exploding fish. Serious underbite there. Evil invincible piranha thing. Trembling cutthroat. Not as tough as you look. Whee, you can climb. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Om nom nom nom. Dang it, quit ramming into me, you idiot. You seem to be lacking hands. Be careful with those swords there. What exactly is under that cloak? Yeah, you just keep shooting those barrels and cannonballs. What, are you on steroids or something? There's only one minecart master, and that's me. Ghosts are transparent. Layer 2 is transparent. Okay, I paid your toll 5 times. You happy? Barnacled bosses. The bird who's so persistent he will pursue you even after death. The evil, enchanted, haunted sword that rises from the depths of the lava. The pellet swap wannabe of Clubba. The insect gender role stereotype switcheroo. The evil pirate captain mastermind himself. Animal buddies. Ram into everything. Ram into everything. The aquatic edition. Bouncy, boingy, 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 snaky, boingy, snaky. Oh, so that's how I shot web. Magic seal! Not the brambles, why is it always the brambles? No, don't go toward the light, I can't help it! Conquan. Nice suit there, Buster. Thanks for the ride. And thank you for saving my game. Useless old man. You seem to be all tied up at the moment. It's true, blondes do have more fun. Our hero. And time for the credits. This promises to be wonderfully exciting. The Scurvy Kong Crew. And oddly enough, the names, aren't almost all Japanese. Like they usually are with video games. Instead of... you get M. Wilson and B. Gunn and T. Atwood instead of... like Shigeru Yamamoto and the like, or whatever his name is. Miyamoto, not Yamamoto. Backgrounds. Graphics manipulation. Additional graphics manipulation. Music and sound effects, David Wise, our hero. Yeah. There's no denying that the music in this game is pretty awesome. I'm actually not sure how long this credit sequence goes on, but... yeah, the background is a treasure map because Donkey Kong Country 2 is semi-pirate themed. Donkey Kong Country Returns also had a habit of sticking ship stages in the most unlikely places, including in ruins and on the top of a cliff. I want to do an LP of Donkey Kong Country Returns at some point, after I do the first game at least. But yeah, still don't know how I'm supposed to record something off a Wii or PlayStation 2, any console pretty much that doesn't have an emulator. Yeah, S. Miyamoto. I heard that the name Donkey Kong actually came from a poor understanding of English. Like, Mr. Miyamoto thought that Kong meant gorilla because of King Kong, and that donkey meant something like stubborn, as in stubborn as a donkey, so it was supposed to be like stubborn gorilla. And now we have Donkey Kong. The end. At least for now. Time to show that other scene after you beat the bonus boss. So, now it's time to watch the scene that you get at the end of the bonus boss. It shows Crocodile exploding and letting out a beam of colorful light. up to the sky, and K. Rool's escaping in his boat and laughing evilly, or cackling. And we look out at the beautiful sunset over the ocean. Plug for Donkey Kong Country 3? I don't know. If you press any button here, you go back to the title screen. I'm not sure if the same happens if you wait long enough, but yeah, that's it. So, we've already seen the credits, and yeah, look at that lovely 102% complete file. 4 hours and 16 minutes, all the Kremkoins have been used to pay Klubba, 40 DK coins, and 102% completion. Yeah, that file, I did it in 3.5 hours, or 3 hours and 33 minutes, but I think I save spammed a bit, so I'm not really sure what my best time on this game is on an actual console. I don't think I've ever bothered to figure it out. So I may as well pause it so you're not listening to the same background music for who knows how long. So, time to talk about the game and what I'm planning to do next. First of all, Donkey Kong Country is an amazing game, or Donkey Kong Country 2. Well, all of the Donkey Kong Country games are amazing, but, you know, I'm talking about the second one since that's the one I just played, obviously. It just has so much done right with it. I mean, the graphics are awesome, the music is awesome, the level design, well, I could go on about how I hate some of the levels, like Slime Climb and Bramble Blast, or not Bramble Blast, Screech's Sprint and Animal Antics, but whatever. Every game has its annoying levels, so a lot of the good part of what the level design in this game I find is it's challenging, but it's usually a pretty fair challenge. Like, it feels like even if the level or boss or whatever is hard, if you just practice enough, you can beat it, and then once you go back and to do it a second or third time, it's a lot easier. Donkey Kong Country Returns is like that a lot too, although that game's like a lot harder than this game. Then again, I guess a lot of video games are like that. Yeah, if you have a Super Nintendo, get Donkey Kong Country 2. Buy the cartridge on eBay. Do whatever you have to. If you don't have the console, well, if you happen to have any other games for it that you want to get, then get Donkey Kong Country 2 when you buy it. And then, of course, you can always just emulate it. Go find a ROM and download an emulator. I recommend BeastNest if your computer can handle it, but whatever. So that leaves the question of what am I going to play next? And to tell you the truth, I really don't know, actually. I mean, for one thing, I try not to do, like, more than one of the same of his. I try not to do similar games too close to one another. Like, I just did a Donkey Kong Country game, but unfortunately I also just did a Mario game, a Mega Man game, a lesser known but still good game, and 2 games that are outside of my normal genre. So, like, what does that even leave? I don't know. There's always like a ROM hack of some kind, but I really don't know of any of those that seem worthy of playing. Although I will admit that one person has suggested I try out his, and I haven't played it yet because it's unreleased, but maybe once it is. And also there's been a level design contest at SMW Central, and there's one person who's going to play the top 10 entries, and a couple people who like almost placed in the top 10 but not quite said they wanted somebody to play theirs, so I could do that. I checked the entry and it wasn't bad, so I might consider that. There's also the whole headset situation. I don't know what the heck it is with me and headsets, but I swear, even if I got one made out of titanium and carbon nanotubes, I'd manage to find a way to break it somehow. Yeah, I can still record with it in this state, but it's rather uncomfortable, and yeah, I feel like the more I use it while it's broken, the more it'll keep breaking, or the more broken it'll be. I don't want something really bad to happen. So, yeah, also, this week and the next will be pretty busy for me because of various events and finals. Yeah, finals week is coming up. Oh boy. Not to mention getting my flight home, now that my not-so-little excursion is close to being done. But whatever. If, if anyone has any suggestions as far as games I could play next, then feel free to mention something. Not something I haven't played before, or if it is something I haven't played before, I'd have to play it first. And preferably not something that's too far out of genres I normally play. Like no first-person shooters. And also nothing that I can't emulate, because I have no real way of recording off a console. And again, if you have any suggestions as to how I could do that, please mention them. Like I talked on I talked about that a little on IRC once, and somebody recommended this recording device that basically could record anything off a TV in high definition. But the problem with that is, it was like upward of $150, and while that would be reasonable if we were using a lot, my family doesn't have cable, and so about the only thing anyone would be using it for is me with LPs, and that just seems more than I'm willing to pay for such a luxury. So yeah, that means pretty much comes down to games I can emulate. Well, it does. So as of right now, I can only LP something if I can play it on an emulator, and that pretty much comes down to Super Nintendo, NES, PlayStation sometimes, Game Boy Advance sometimes, Nintendo 64 sometimes, I guess the original Game Boy, and Genesis. Just about anything else is probably not going to work. Like I have Dolphin and for the GameCube and Wii, but I can never get it to run at full speed on anything. And that's without throwing Camtasia into the mix, so you can only imagine. And speaking of suggestions, does anyone have any idea, like, what a good headset or something like that would be? I've also been getting some comments about my microphone being subpar quality, and I just don't really know enough about microphones or headphones to really decide or pick out a good one. So, I mean, this one that I have now has seemed to suffice pretty well, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know much about it. So that's about all I had to say, really. I don't know. Whenever I get back to this, whatever I'm doing, I don't know when it'll be, I don't know what it'll be, but it will be there. Assuming I can continue to be entertaining. Am I actually all that entertaining? I mean, I don't really have any interesting quirks that some Let's Players do, but yeah, I swear I'm actually more random and weird and crazy in real life than on the internet. I don't know how common that is, but whatever. Yeah. Just hope I can continue to entertain people. I mean, it's fun for me, but if it's not fun for anyone else, there's not a whole lot of point in doing these recordings. So, yeah, just keep watching and keep commenting, please. Okay, that's really all I had to say. Like I said before, I don't know when it'll be and I don't know what it will be, but you can bet sooner or later I'll have another series of videos out. So, I'll see you then. Until next time.